What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Let's get into Ryan Ramczyk here. Let's start with Allen 5. He was at, because look, Ramczyk is excused from minicamp. Everyone else that isn't there is either sick or injured. Here's Dennis Allen 5 on the plan for Ramczyk and how said plan is going.
I think the plan all along is for him to have been in back home, resting, doing his rehab plan there. We got a plan for him. Certainly, we don't have to make any decisions now, but I haven't seen the progress that I was hoping to see. And so, we just got him at home doing his rehab there.
Here's the follow-up question. Allen 6.
I kind of said similar stuff a few months ago about the progress. Like, where is it now? Is it still trending in a negative direction, or?
I would say it's not trending in either direction right now in terms of the progress. So I wouldn't say there's been much change since the last time we discussed it.
NFL head coaches will do anything to avoid committing to an actual take. What about the timeline on Ramczyk?
What kind of timeline do you have at this point as far as recovery?
We don't have a timeline.
Okay. None of that sounds good. Jake, that all sounds like someone who they've already kind of accepted. They're basically going to wait till after that calendar date is, in which it's more friendly for him to announce that he will not be playing anymore.
Yeah. And it's sad because he was on a path early in his career to be somebody that was an all-pro every year.
Hall of Fame
type guy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he has an injury, the play maybe goes down a little bit, and then you blink and you have to retire.
I can't pretend to follow the NFL well enough to know if this is true, but how many other fan bases in a 5-year stretch have seen 2 Hall of Fame careers completely derailed? Because Mike Thomas, objectively, Hall of Fame trajectory. Ryan Ramczyk, objectively, Hall of Fame trajectory. And now both kind of going to be completely forgotten in time in many ways. Especially Ramczyk being an O-lineman, but even Thomas, for someone who holds the single-season record he's never talked about or really thought about at all anymore, just here a few years later. So a couple of brutal breaks here recently for Saints fans.
Like Mike Thomas is just like looking for a job and an opportunity.
Yeah.
Where he was the offensive player of the year a couple of years ago.
NFL, not for long. Life comes at you fast.
I've seen it play out with guys that were all pros, that were my teammates, and then 2 years later, just a shell of themselves.
So crazy how the game works, man. Alvin Kamara reported in minicamp he'd been gone during OTAs. This is Allen 1 on how Kamara looked.
You had to be in fairly decent physical condition to get through these elements out here today. I mean, it was hot out here today, so I thought he looked explosive. There's a couple of really good runs that I was impressed with. So again, like I said, both those guys being out here was a positive, and we're looking forward to continuing to work with them.
Is Kamara behind in learning the offense?
I would say that remains to be seen. I didn't get a sense that he was behind today, in terms of being able to get lined up, being able to execute his job. I think there might have been one protection that he might have been off on. I had to go in and look at it, but I thought for the most part he was on point with his assignments and what he needed to be doing. I think
Denzel doesn't sound very happy about Alvin Kamara not being there for OTAs when like Kamara's going to do this every year. I don't know. Yeah, hold the man says, Lord, this is miserable. I don't know why. I'm just going to say what that clip makes me feel like. That clip makes me feel like none of the players like Dennis Allen. I don't know how or exactly why I'm arriving there. You could say I'm ridiculous. That's just what I feel. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.